Hey, what is up, guys? This is my new channel videos here. Um, as you guys know, I'm a laborer, plumber slash engineer. So for the first job we're having in this video, client has asked me to um, fix me to straighten out these ceilings and to hang up a sewer pipe that you guys see over here. So let's get on to it. This is gonna be a longer video for me, but for you guys, it's gonna be probably all edited, all nice looking with music in the background. So let's start. First and foremost, safety. I'm not wearing a hard helmet, and I'm kind of in a t-shirt and shorts. But always better to be covered than not covered at all. It's better to pay 17 bucks for a pair of gloves than to pay $1,700 in the hospital bill. So putting them on. These Milwaukee gloves, they feel great, so kudos to them. And yeah, so I'll be talking throughout the video. Just not gonna take my time here. So let's get on to it. Part one is to trace your steps, or what I say in engineering and building stuff. First off, what you always want to do is figure out what you want to do first. So the first thing I'm doing here is I am going to be hanging up the pipe, which is pretty simple. I'll show you guys in a minute how it's done. I'll be back. First and foremost, you got to get used to one of the hangers. If you're trying to hang it up to the ceiling, which the client asked me to do so, hangers, pretty easy to get. This one I'm installing for a sewer pipe, which is 4 inches in diameter. So you're going to need what's called a 4-inch hanger cleavance, or a cleaver. And I'll show you how this goes on in a minute. But first, let's get some of our measurements. As you guys may or may not know, the effective way of supporting a sewer pipe like this one is by measuring 6 inches from the butt and from the face of the connection unit. So let's get started. Minimum requirement that I would recommend is having the hanger sit about 6 inches away from the butt and 6 inches away from the face of the connection here. So take out your Sharpies and let's start measuring all the connections. All right. Oh, gotta get my Sharpie really quick, huh? Clamp it all the way to 6 inches or to your comfort. Let's go get them, boys. Now, let me show this here. Now, upside down, sorry. Now, when you try to measure the distance from the butt of the connection to the face of the connection, the way you do it is, you put the tape measure on the metal edge against the spot. And what I like to do all the time is get a little breathing space. I know it's a 6-inch space gap, but yeah, what I did here, I left a gap, as you guys can see here, about 6.5 inches instead of 6, because nothing is perfect. Life is full of mysteries, and it's hard to solve them. So I'm just gonna go on, continue out through a whole entire pipe, measuring from the butt, measuring from the face of the connection, and I'll keep you guys posted sooner or later. Hold on a second. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, something I forgot to say. There are some, um, you know, imperfections you might do when you go a long way measuring the whole entire sewer line. That is, you guys have a pretty small sewer line here, and you can't really you know, measure 6 distance and make it equal. What I like to do is just measure in the middle. The hanger bar is strong enough to, you know, hold both, to hold the pipe itself, plus you're getting support from the other sides. So yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm gonna continue out. Now that I measure pretty much how the distance away from the faces and the butts of the connection, now is the time. I measured the height from the ceiling to the uh I would say top, more than away from top of the pipe. Um and the reasons why is because you're gonna be mounting a threaded rod right onto the ceiling, which is gonna be attached to the beam on the ceiling. Let me explain you how. As you guys can see, this is the parts of the hanging rod. This is the SAMI screw. If you guys know what a SAMI screw is, it's a screw that mounts onto the beam, which then attaches to the threaded rod, and most importantly, it has to be a threaded rod, and then attaches to the hanger cleaver. I mean, not cleaver, cleavance. That's what it's called. And this attaches to the bottom. That piece attaches to the top. All right. Always got to make sure there's clearance for materials to go through as well. All right. Oh, and just remember, where you mark your spot on the pipe, mark your spot the same way on the ceiling. So let's get started. So the first mark is right up on top of this beam. So we're gonna start right there right now. All right. Got to keep doing it for all the marks. Now, here's a problem here, which I didn't realize is gonna be an issue. I can't find a beam, right? As you guys can see on top of my head, it's all covered by some kind of mortar or cement. You know, it's an old house, so I'm not quite sure what it is. But as you guys can see, it's covered by something, and you know, you don't want to damage the ceiling, and you just want to locate the beam. That's all, right? So key tactic is to go around knocking on the ceiling, or as you guys can see, there are little mounts that were here previously, which could give you an idea if there was a beam around here. Now, I'm gonna try to find this beam. I already see a beam here, so you can mark that one out. All right, so I'll get to it. Another key ideas to find a beam is if you have an opening hole like I have here, right here, you can able to spot a flashlight and mark which way the beam is heading and level out direction of the beam. On top of that, most beams are parallel to each other, which means if this beam goes like this way, that means the other beam must be going the same direction that way. And if the beam was to go this way, all the beams will go this way. None of them cross each other unless there's a cantilever floor or a big opening at top of your ceiling. So what I'm gonna do is take out a flashlight and I'm gonna see if I can spot any holes, if I can see which way they're heading, and try to like line them up and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys right now. Flashlight. It's always good to mark your beam Now in this case, I can mark on the ceiling here because I'm going to be covering this all up as per the client's needs. See right here. Oh. Okay. Now, something most people don't know about, if you find if you find the beams space next to each other, what you can do is measure the distance between the lines that you took, because most of the time the beams have average spaces between them. Normally the contractor doesn't make different widths for the beam. They always like to make it standard, like 15 feet, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, so on. So I'm gonna measure the distance right now, and from there on, we can take more marks and see if they match up. Now, I know my last beam here, if I line it up, the measurement I got, which is 18 inches, I should be able to land right on the beam that I found here, which is easily visible. If not, that means you have something probably wrong with your measurements, or there's probably there's probably change in spaces between the beams. Okay, so I did get a difference in measurements that I took. My only guessing is that usually around the window there is a gap wide enough to fit that window through, and usually the beam sits right on top of the uh king and jack stud, which hold there for support. So what I'm gonna try to do is probably take a measurement starting from here and going towards the window maybe, so I can get a more accurate representation. Which is also not a bad idea. And see where I can screw in the threaded rod mounts. I was just double checking because I also found an opening here. There is apparently the same in size gap between those two beams. Okay, after you got that done, now you can probably prepare yourself for drilling in those holes. All right. Now, what I'd usually like to do is grab like a big giant level. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to grab that for today's project. So, my idea is to try as much as possible to screw in the threaded rod and see if I can, later on straighten out. Hopefully it's not an issue. I hope there's like enough justice for this, as I usually say. So yeah. All right. So the first mark that I lined up works with the line I made. So what I'm probably gonna do right now is drill a couple of holes so that way it's easier for me to screw on this piece. And I'm gonna screw in using a small drill bit. Hold on, guys, bring you the tool right now. So I brought two devices that we may be able to use. Now most of you guys, if you guys are builders or like contractors, whatever, you guys sometimes get confused which one is a drill and which one is a screw gun. So I'll just point out the difference. This is a drill, right? A drill is used to make holes, used to make holes, used to drill like stuff on the floor. It's meant for drilling, meant for making holes and helping to break things apart. This is a screw gun. It's in the name, screw. That means it's meant to attach something in with the screw bit, or it's meant to unscrew stuff. It's like a mechanical screwdriver, right? So making holes, screwing something in, making holes, screwing something in. You guys get the difference? Yeah. So I'm gonna be using my so I messed up too. See, my drill. Yeah, let me just switch out the batteries. and I'm using Craftsman screw gun and drill because I have their complete set. It was pretty cheap for me to buy, and you know, that was my first option right after my other tools broke. I'm fortunately couldn't get in Milwaukee that time. Wish I had Milwaukee. So yeah, what you're gonna do is grab yourself preferably a screw bit that is not too small, but the same size or the same smaller size than whatever Sammy screw you have here. The reason this why is because first off, it's going to be much easier for you to screw in the Sammy screw. Second off, you don't want to have a bulge creating problems on your beam, because if it starts bulging when you screw it in, you're gonna start to see damages on your floor beams, which you don't really want. It's a very bad thing that's gonna happen. So just to be safe, I'm gonna use a screw that I have, which is, if you guys can see, it's not so big. Well, actually, it's about the same size. I might get a smaller screw. Hold on. Smaller is fine. Bigger is not. So I'm just switch it out. If you guys can see how I like to handle the difference of my screws. Oh, my AirPod. A second. Like this drill bit is a bit smaller than the screw itself. So let's get to drilling the holes. Prior to drilling the holes, I like to be safe. I like to keep my eyes healthy. So what you're gonna need for this project, because you're screwing stuff into the ceiling and there's no protection in your front face, is a pair of safety glasses. Now these safety glasses mostly probably about $5 to $10, but you know, any plastic, polyester, or like PVC, whatever glasses you have will do, as long as you keep your eyes protected, your head protected, and you guys are pretty well covered for the job you guys are doing. So, you know, let's get started. Now, obviously, I just forgot to tell you guys, it's also best if instead of going up all the way with your hands and drilling your hole, it's always better to grab yourself a ladder. That way, you don't have to reach to any place and have a chance of tipping over. So I'm gonna get you guys there. So this is my ladder. It's well enough where I can reach on top of the ceiling with a pretty decent height, and also perfect enough to be portable. Usually you would have a second person holding up the ladder, but in this case, because it's not a commercial job and not such a safety concerning job, it's a one-person job, which I can handle. I place my stair mostly on firm ground. Make sure it's flat and even, doesn't rattle, doesn't shake. Now you got your screw, and you got your what do you call it, Sammy screw. Let's get back to business. Okay. Alright, so I drilled in my first hole. Now I'm going to be attaching the SAMI screw. Alright, so I tightened the SAMI screw, as you guys can probably see, as much as I can by hand. So if you want to make it tighter, what's best is what you can get is to get a ratchet and a ratchet bit, so you can screw it on the way. So I'm gonna get those right now. Yeah. This is the ratchet, and this is the bit I was talking about, where I can attach the SAMI screw and tighten it up all the way. All right, the SAMI screw is as tight as I can get it to get tight. Of course, you want this to be done with the manual labor, because if you use a power tool, you risk a chance of over screwing it and causing the beam wood pieces to start to separate, which is never great. So now once you finish screwing in, you're allowed to take your threaded rod, which you see right here. And this is where the fun stuff starts to happen. What you're gonna do is screw it into the SAMI screw you just put in the ceiling, and then appropriate the height at which you're able to fit the threaded rod on top of the pipe and put in the hanger piece itself. Now, what I like to do is like sort of a check. Hopefully I guys can show you this. But what I like to do, see how I screw into the bolt and everything happen here? What I'd like to do is usually give this threaded rod a nice, like, really strong tug. Make sure this bolt is hanging on and, you know, screwed on properly. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a Sharpie and I'm gonna take my tape measure. Now, of course, this would have been probably a bit better if you could use a torpedo level, or torpedo level, which is mainly used to level out the windowsills and, like, you know, bathroom mirrors, stuff like that. But I have this level, and I'm going to show you like a tactic you guys can use. It's called it's called waving the ruler, which is like moving it up and down, see where like it matches up with the slits on the ruler. Uh, this tactic has been used by many surveyors if they don't have the right equipment. So let's get on with it. So this is on right on the line, and I'm gonna try to see where the threaded rod fits. Now, of course, this is not gonna be perfect because I don't have the proper tool for that, but you try the best you can to get it on the slit. Alright, so I have an issue here. The pipe is round, right? That's the first thing I didn't realize. My fault. What you can do if you can't really get the level of it is you can take your hanger. You can take this hanger. There's two pieces to it here, the screw and the two clamps themselves. So what you can do is you memorize how you put it in, right? After you've done that, there's one screw here. You take out the screw. You can take off this top part first, right? The top part came out first. All right. You memorize how it was because it matters how you put it back in. So you put on the hanger top bar, leave it, and you could take this part, which is the hang lever, right? Okay. You can adjust the size appropriately to where you find the top of the bar, hanger bar, to the how much is on from the bottom. And of course, you want to mark a certain way from the top so that way you have enough room to let it hang. So what I usually do is I like to keep this space like halfway from the hanger bar and then halfway from the top of the pipe. So that way, you know, I have space to also play around with the clamping mechanism. So I'll mark it like about-ish here, about-ish. Okay. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna reassemble my hanger bar again, as it was before. Now here's a fun part. Most of you guys probably won't like to do it, you know, but you know, some of you guys have to learn how to handle a tool, which is what I'm here for. The fun part is now you gotta cut it. My only method of cutting it is with the grinder. Now, luckily, I already have my glasses on, but in cases of using a grinder, I would suggest something that is like a full face covering because you don't know what's gonna happen. Luckily, I'm a professional. I'm also an engineer, and I've been doing this already for many years. So if something was about to happen, I would react to it very quickly. So first and foremost, got to get the grinder out. Now this is the type of grinder I'm going to be using. It's a Makita grinder. Actually, pardon me, I'm sorry. This is, I believe, a Bosch grinder. Yeah, we're gonna try to cut some of this threaded rod here. for this grinder, I'm having a hard time finding the right outlet for me to use. So let me first look for a outlet which I can use here, and probably an extension cable. And I'll get back to you guys in a couple minutes. All right, so unfortunately, I'm not able to find any outlet that is safe for me to use here. In this case, I have this portable sawzall, and it has a metal blade here. I'm gonna try using this now. Of course, it's probably not gonna work, but who knows? I'm here to test and try things out. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Now with the sawzall, you got to make sure the item you're cutting isn't shaking a lot and it's very sturdy and not moving left and right. So I'm gonna use one hand to try to hold the rod, and then like hold my hold the bottom of it with my leg. Well, actually, it's probably better to use two hands to cut the dirty rod. So hopefully I can mount it on somewhere. Better idea is you can take it off. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't fall there. Can take it off really quick so I don't damage the beam here. Alright, so I take it off the threaded rod. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna lean against my ladder that I have here on the side. So I cut it. The edges are going to be kind of rough because you're not supposed to really use a sawzall for this. But I think it'll do. So I'm going to screw in the bad tip onto the Sammy screw. Oh, it screws in perfectly. Okay. Nope, never mind. It's a little tight. Now, if you guys cannot get the threaded rod to get tighter, there's a suggestion: interlocking 2 bolts and trying it with a channel lock or a wrench. So here we go. Almost stripped, but I got 2 channel locks and 2 of these little bolts. Well, 3 actually, because I'm also going to screw in the top one to lock the first one in place after I tighten it up. So I should actually probably take this off. I'm about to pause the video. Да. Сейчас. Окей.
Я взял все, что там было. Все, что и ножницы он тебе принес.
Ножницы, окей.
Ну, если что, у тебя карандаш надеюсь есть.
Да, есть.
Все, просто возьми пару, и я пару. Маленький. Если ты не несешь, он очень неудобный. Я вот маленький возьму, он не возьмется. Бери.
Спасибо.
Все, посмотри, просто, чтобы было красиво.
Да,
единственное, что вот эти два, блин, они какие-то цинкованные, чуть потолще. Дорогие.
Да, я такие же и видел. Я думаю...
Но это все, больше нет. Я все забрал, все, что было.
Хорошо.
Слушай, ну я думаю, что вот этого хватит.
Я думаю, что да.
Можно вот этот большой разрезать как-то грамотно пополам.
Я его, да, и потом его вот так.
Да, и главное, чтобы просто бима совпало. Все, если что-то останется...
Я вам
Нет,
слушаю.
уберешь все вот в эту комнату и ножницы положишь где-нибудь к стеночке.
Нет
я
проблем.
потом заеду, заберу.
Все, нет проблем. Да, кстати, там, пожалуйста.
Все, вот ножницы.
Все, спасибо.
Лампы, Ян понял, что ты ему сказал, что лампы надо вешать. Нет, это лампы вот эти. Это ему просто, если надо.
Ну он мне просто так объяснил, что повесить их.
Нет, он сам не понял. Когда-то здесь не было света. Но я вот повесил тут,
Да.
там.
Думаю, что
Единственное, что нет места, здесь надо было повесить, но уже ладно, в принципе. В принципе, сейчас здесь окно, поэтому я решил, что нормально. Окей, все.
Спасибо.
Все, давай, пока.
Пока.
Дверь тебе оставить?
Нет, закройте, пожалуйста. Concerned. Alright, oops. I really wish I got a tripod, so if you guys want to support this channel, my YouTube or my TikTok, wherever I might be posting this, please give me some gifts or donations. I need to buy me a tripod. Alright. So right now, I'm adding nuts onto the threaded rod. Hold on, my tools are bothering me. Tools on the threaded rod, so that way I'm able to use my channel locks and tighten the rod together. Also, once this is tight, I'm going to use the top nut that you guys see there and lock it in place. So it's kind of hard to get though. You gotta play around with it a little bit. There you go. Gotta make sure it sits on the thread, not the edge. So I'm gonna raise it up to about a comfortable height for me. Raise it two up. Then I'm gonna lock the bottom one into the second one. Twist them together like that. Use the channel locks to tighten them. Now you want to have two channel locks, the mouths facing like towards you. That way you can able to use your arms instead of your wrists to tighten everything. Here's one channel lock, here's the other one. So first things first, tighten them up. Tight. Now since I confirmed it's tight, I can use a single channel lock to try and screw this all the way in. Now I like to use these channel lock. There's a difference. There's a channel lock that you guys see that has like a square diamond shape opening, and then you have a straight one. For this kind of reason, I like to use a straight one because I'm able to hook it onto the corners of the nut that I'm trying to screw in. So it's not attaching. Now sometimes that doesn't work. Hold on. Cut again. Now, for some reason, you might be screwing in and the bolts might get tight, or like loosen apart as you start screwing. What I like to do is have the same idea. You lock the bolts. So I hold one bolt this time, and the other one you guys can see holding on the two same sides. I twisted the same direction that the first channel lock is facing, and then while holding it, I can screw this in. Oh, so looks like it's a bit tighter now. Now, since this is tight, what you can do now is get this top nut onto the semi-washer and screw it all the way in. Spin up. So it's all the way there. Last thing I'm gonna do basically is take the channel lock, mouth of the channel lock facing towards me and tightening it up. So this is what the top result needs to be like. Hold on, let me show it to you guys. As you guys can see, this is the Sammy screw, and then this is the bottom nut. Whole point is like, if you guys ever use like a rubber band, right? It's the whole point of getting a tension feeling. When you're expanding the rubber band, it feels a lot of tension and it starts to like rip apart. In this case, on metals, they don't really rip much. They like mostly bend and expand. So what this helps it do is when how to explain, when you're locking the nuts, right? It expands the thread. At the same time, the thread acts like a spring, which makes it go into compression, which makes um, it work as a tension compression device. For better explanation, if you guys are not an engineer, um, basically it helps the threader rod. It helps the threader rod to stay put in place by locking the threads a bit closer together, uh, causing it less effect from slippage. So now the next thing will be obviously to take out the hanger you had, which is right here, and attaching the top part, right? This is where I like to tell you guys about the, you know, why I did the depth. I don't know if you guys can see this. The camera's kind of far. Let me just try to attach it somehow. Okay. So, hold on, let me just put my camera in a different angle. Hopefully this helps. Or is it too high? I'm not sure. So, as you guys can see, I have added a hanger, right? Now, I'm going to attach the bolt in to the hanger back and onto this spot here. I might have cut too small, actually. Shoot. And remember when I guys told you about the extra space? So, if you guys come along closer, hold on a second. You guys can see, right, when I pick up the hanger, there's a bit of a gap here left out, which is what you need. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna add these three things: a nut that I just put on before to tighten things up a little bit, a washer, then the hanger, then a washer again, and then the same nut that I had before. So like these are the type of washers I usually add to the hanger. It's not you know something it's not you know concerning much. So you shouldn't really I mean you shouldn't really worry about what kind of washer it is, as long as it gives the distance between the nut and the hanger. So what I'm gonna do here, nut and a washer, screw it in first by hand. Of course, you don't wanna, you wanna make sure that, you know, you can put in the hanger. So you might wanna adjust the height of the nut first. So I'm gonna put this as high away from the edge as possible here. Then I'm gonna add on bottom of the knot, I'm gonna add the washer. Now sometimes the washer sizes can have this really small diameter, which I should have checked for. In this case, I'm gonna use a bigger washer. That's a bigger size hole. So you're gonna put this on the bottom. Then add the hanger, right? Now since you know the type of washer you need, you're gonna get the same exact size. Alright. This is the same exact size washer. And I'm gonna add the last nut into the thread. So, then add it from the bottom here, and then add the washer. Now, of course, I'm doing this in gloves. It's a bit harder to do in gloves because you know you're dealing with the fabric thickness. So, in this step, really, you can use your own hands or put on latex gloves. Now, most importantly is that you get it on. You gotta get it on really tight. So, from this point on, once you tighten up the bolt underneath, what you're gonna want to do, I don't know if you guys can see it, what you guys want to do is use a bottom bolt to raise up the hanger, and then use the bottom bolt so you can lock it in. The same way you guys saw me do the top one, it's the same way I'm going to do the bottom one here. All right, so let's get back to work. All right. So I'm gonna take off my gloves because it's much easier for me to work here. Now, of course, you're dealing with a sewer pipe. It's recommended you put on at least a latex glove. However, I wasn't able to find any here, and I did forget to go to the store to get some. It's kind of my fault, but no worries, I got this. So, okay. Now I've got the bolt, the nut tied. I'm gonna now, I would prefer using wrench, a socketed wrench or a ratchet wrench to, you know, adjust this piece of bolt here, but I couldn't find my own tool. So, you know, if you have channel locks, you can obviously use them as well, which that's what I'm gonna be doing. You want to tighten as much as you could, so you know, get it to at least a comfortable tightness, because you won't forget this is what's supporting the whole entire pipe. You gotta make sure this is extremely tight here. Now, you might have to tighten these bolts up. Usually these ones need to be popping up a bit. You don't want them to spring out on you. So nicely and carefully tighten the side bolts as well. Spin one. So you spin the front side. You spin the front side clockwise. You want the other one is counterclockwise. All right. Continue on what you've been doing. gotta make sure that your hanger is also straight and not crooked. Now, periodically, our concern is as you tighten this rod, you want to make sure that you check that this top part does not just pop out, because that would be a big issue. So, as it's tight right now, I feel pretty comfortable. I'm gonna use about a bolt to lock the whole thing in place now. Hold the rod in one hand and screw it with the other. Now this looks pretty tight to me. I feel safe. There is about a ½ inch space for the hanger to travel here. It looks like it's not going to go anywhere for me, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, whether or not you should be using a hanger, it will depend on your mileages. Sometimes there's houses that don't have wooden beams, and they would use probably metal or steel beams. So in this case, it was found that this is safest bet, and it holds on pretty tight. Looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna give it another quick tug just to make sure things are okay and I could be able to seat this pipe properly. All right, yeah, looks about right. So this one is holding strong. I don't believe I need to change that one. So next part is I have to go on and do the same thing I've been doing here until I reach the entire pipe. So this is going to be probably just one of those quick montages. If there is anything I need to explain or I see something new here, I'll be hopping on. So be surprised with this montage. Now, I forgot to mention, there's a lot of clutter where I'm working out here, so you always want to keep around a clean area for you to move around. So I'm going to try to free up as much space as I can for whatever I need here. Oh, just letting you guys know, the reason why there's so much stuff here is this used to be storage for the client. So, yeah. All right. So pretty much all the spaces here is fine. Now I'm on to doing what I just did here before. What? Whew, that's gonna be a lot of work here. So much dust here. It's so crazy. Now, what's something fishy here on this side I was drilling on is my drill was going really easily into the ceiling. What this could mean is that I probably didn't put the right marking, or I think it might be a soft wood. taking a minute's break. Yeah, it looks like it's probably the wrong beam here. Now, if you really cannot find it, the beam, at this point, you take a damn hammer and you freaking make holes. Made a hole enough so I can be able to squeeze in some light. Oh, there we go. Found the damn hole. Oh, it's really tight. Pretty tight. What? Hold on a second. Bro, these are nuts. I don't know why there's too many washers. I didn't ask for so many females. Ha! Give me a moment, please. Okay. So now that I'm not gonna have to explain to you guys much about how to attach the hanger, I'm gonna cut a bunch of these threaded rods that I have into equal sizes. Well, actually, no. Looks like I might not have to do that. Never mind. Cut that, right? Oh, you thought you were saving me. You guys okay? Might have had a minor concussion right there. I thought I just lost them. I had another pair of Timberlands. The hell? Of course. Thank you for guys letting me know. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm just gonna screw it in from the middle of the thread. And then we just lock this into place. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. You guys like rock and roll? Got you guys. I'm gonna measure from the other side. I mean, from the other hanger. Thought it was gonna be cool to show that. You're okay, right? Let's see if it's about the same height. I cut a little bit more. Oh, it's okay. It's just okay. I didn't forget you, Missy. I can't break you guys up. Okay, I'm gonna get some better channel locks, and I'm gonna come right back. Oop. Baby channel locks, much better to get into crevices. Alright, I'm gonna continue on. Oh, we got a problem here. Gotta cut it more. Should be using glue for that, but you know, gotta try to do things quicker. Alright, that's pretty tight for me. Sturdy. Alright. So, awesome thing. I just found out these kind of gloves. So basically you can wash these gloves, which means that it's a reusable glove. You don't need to throw them away. And what do you call it? You can adjust your wrist here. So pretty much I bought them here for like, I don't know, about $17, which is, I don't know if it's a good price or not, but you know, it's better than having nothing on your hands because you might get cuts and bruises. So I'm gonna put this on again. Now these gloves are dirty, but you know, you can wash them, which means that you can get them to be clean. I just broke something. There's some obstructions here. Pretty tight corner here. That hurt. I was like, it's always one of all of them. Washers and nuts. So I want to show you guys something because I just finished screwing it up. As you guys can see, I'm marked here, right? 6-inch space away from the face of the connection, and it matches up. So you know, as long as it's close to that 6 inches, it's fine. Yeah, I know the others two were a little bit far off, but it's not that far away that it's concerning. So just wanted to show you guys like what's the outcome of doing that. Continue on with the montage. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, guys, be happy. Good. My father always used to tell me, if you don't know what you're doing, then don't do it. Luckily, I've been taught, so I know what I'm doing. And if you guys believe I don't know what I'm doing, please comment down below. I always learn. Maybe it's not worth putting here. Oh, bean. So the reason why I did that, if you guys just saw right now, is because if I was about to put a thread here, it's gonna be too close to the other thread, which is pointless. It's gonna be a non-supporting thread. So I'm gonna move it here, where it's right on this, right where the butt of the connection is, which is kind of where I almost marked it. So yeah, I'm gonna drill in the hole from there. See if I can get it in that big. Whoa, wait up, boom. that's a pretty hard connection right there. All right, that's done. Oof. Hiya. Ooh. I'm a beast. I lost that washer. Now I'm gonna start doing that area there, so I'm gonna have to just clean up some clothes from there. Okay. So, there's a problem. Um, I don't know if this is okay, or has it been talked with like an engineer that's an actual licensed engineer, not just like a student like me. But, um, so I'm supposed to hang these pipes, right? And the issue is, there's nothing you can hang on. Like this is all loose. Um, I don't want to hang it onto a floor joist. See, those things are going perpendicular to the beam. That's a floor joist. And it looks like it's a cantilevered floor joist, which means here, as you guys can see, they cut it. Sorry. They cut some of these beams here. That means it's cantilevered, which means it's like a floating open ceiling. In that case, I'm gonna be talking right now with a more profound, reasonable person, other than me, who's more specialized in this kind of field. And I'll get to you guys back a little bit later. Hold on. All right, guys. So I talked with a consultant. Um, they're very expertise people in inspection and stuff like that. So it's better off if they come in on field and check it out. So I'm gonna be later on privately discussing them about the scenario I had down there. As far as my concern goes, I just have to probably hang up those two pipes. Oh, pardon me for that. Those two pipes and pretty much yeah. I'm pretty much almost finished. All that's probably left, mainly, is to get the ceiling, fix up these holes, and we could pretty much go. We could pretty much leave this as is and be okay with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to that wall now and finish down there. So yeah. I can't seem to get the freaking beam there, so I'm gonna check out how far I am out from the beam. Oh, what the fuck? Kind of far then. All right, got the beam. We're almost done, guys. Last one. I'm gonna ready to bring everything. 1, 2. Three. Let's go. There we go.
Извиняюсь, все. Сидите, поднимем. Берем паузу.
Please excuse me for that. Some lady walked by. She's a tenant in this building. I just need to make a recording for this. So, yeah. If there's any interruptions, this is a montage I could be editing. So with that saying, let's go back to work. Oh, forgot. Sawzall. It really does saw all. Probably wood in there, right? Cool epic montage videos incoming. Ooh, if you guys can hear me, I'm wearing my AirPods. Just let me know. I really hate this. Yep. Oh, that's an issue. No. I'm gonna cut the thread I wanted to. No way. give up. Having like the thread been cut for some reason. I'm gonna just chop it off a bit. Now it's nice and snug. That's why I like it. Play around with the nut a little bit so you can go a little up. Much needed. Just in one front. Oh, forgot this. I'm gonna screw these two pieces. That's it. Oh no. Alrighty, that's done. That's done. So I just finished hanging up that last hanger bar, as you guys can see there. Now it's time for me to finish what my client asked me to do, which is which is to hide these holes, as you guys see here, which is going to be easy and quick and simple. Hopefully nothing too much dandy here. So I'll leave you guys here. I'm going to be, however, probably working on this side actually. Hold on. If I can rest you guys here. Yes, I like it now. Hold on a second. That's a bit better, eh? All right. So first things first, we need sheet metal, what I did here. So I'm gonna use these two pieces of sheet metal to cover it up. Hopefully it does the job, and I think it will. I don't think it's gonna look that bad. I'm gonna try to make it look symmetrical as possible, just to make it like nice on the eyes. So here we go. First things first, I'm gonna check if these are the same size. No, it's much shorter. All right. All right, as you guys can tell, this was a cable coming through, so I'm gonna let that loose. So that way I don't pinch it and, you know, mess it up. All right, I'm gonna bring up a ladder here, bring up my tools there, and we'll get started soon. So for this one, I'm not gonna really need a drill. I'm gonna need a screw gun mostly, and a small tiny zippy screw. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a screw that screws into metal pieces. Anything that's metal, anyway, like aluminum studs. If you guys know what studs, it's basically the same thing as a wall beam. For those of you who don't understand it, it does the same exact. It has the same principle as a wall mount, as a wall beam. It basically makes a non-bearing wall. So we're gonna start doing that. So in this case, I could probably put these two back. I'm gonna need a sawzall, and I'm not gonna need a drill. So I'll be back soon, guys. All right, I got the screws that I wanted. Now I'm gonna bring up a ladder here. All right, so I'm gonna do this a bit unsafely. due to the fact that there's not that much space I'm able to work with. As you guys can see, the staircase is a little bit shaky. Probably because the floor is uneven, but it doesn't rattle me that too much, so it should be alright. If also you're watching this, yeah, I know. Sorry about this. Try my best here. Put it into level. Oh, there we go. It's sturdy now. I'm gonna be working facing the ladder and twisting here so I can easily twist. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get into screwing in my first couple pieces of sheet metal. All right, so here we go. Now this is why I like did the face to the ladder in this way. Alright. I don't need such a big of a size though. Alright. I'm gonna have to figure something out. So what I'm gonna do probably is screw a hole right now. Probably screw on this side. It's gonna go around from my back. This is why I said face front to ladder and just twist around. It's easy to screw in like right now. The sheet metal. No, please screw it. And then you just finish screwing in later. I might need bigger screws, but we'll see if this works. Oh, I may or may not have just messed up, actually. I wasn't supposed to do that. Or was I? No. No, I was not. Okay. We'll see how this goes then, I guess. Nope. So I just fell out of my damn hole. Let me measure this distance so I can just screw it in from the bottom like that. So it's about 9 inches from the edge. I'm gonna probably screw in 9 inches from the edge then. I'm gonna mark it with a screw, so that way I can mark my point. Alright, so it's pretty much marked. I can see it. I'll make sure you guys can see where you guys screw. You know, don't mess it up. Now, if I didn't have the damn gloves on, to be honest, starting to think I might need bigger screws, to be honest. Oh, I might need a bigger screw. Hold on, guys. Let me get a bigger screw. I got a couple of bigger screws, so let's try those out. Now, if you guys have any suggestions of how to mount this much more better, efficiently, I'd like to hear that in the comments. I'm just trying my best out here. So I'm just doing this a bit. Flip it over. Oh, this should be right. I hate doing crisscrossies here. Now you want to get is your drill and try to screw this in. There we go. That is screwed in. And the same thing here. Take your 9-inch. Well, in this case, I don't really need it. I see where the hole is at. So it's about here somewhere. This is very challenging to do because if you're laying this like a single person, you know, you're kind of dealing with a lot of stresses here. So just take your time, relax yourself, don't rush. You won't get it perfect in all these tries. But you know, nothing in construction is perfect. Like right now, I'm getting tied up with my hands. You need probably a bigger screw. Alright, now it's screwed in. It's pretty much tight. I'm gonna use a little bit smaller screws to hang it onto the concrete. Bro, this might trigger some people. Alright. Now, of course, you may or may not have to do this, but I just do it because of the looks, my OCD. Faded that now. Oh, didn't go in. I tried getting into a floorboard. Alright. That's that. I'm gonna put a couple right in the middle because that's where the beam is at. So it could be extra supported. Like about here-ish. When it gets where it's at, it looks like that popped off. Oh my god, this is like messed up screw here. That's a garbage screw. That was a pretty good screw. I'm not gonna get it out. Oh my god. This really does not want to get in there. Come on, bro. What's wrong with you? Huh. Alright. Maybe a screw there. Nope. Not going. maybe I'll put in a longer screw here. That's good. On to the next hole, I guess. Oh my god. Whew. Oh, there's a little gap here, but that's all right. Good. Let's get the freaking screw in there. I'm really trying to hang on to this thing. God damn it. This is kind of tough here. I don't know if you guys can see this. There we go. Sorry about that. Right here. This is kind of tough because there's something I can't lean on. So, yeah, if this is a two-person job, but it'd be probably easier. No, that's not gonna work. It's kind of hard. Damn. I wish I had a drywall scale. Not a scale, what do you call it? Elevator. So I can just like lift it up. I fucking love manual labor. Oh, my tip. So heavy holding up this sheet of metal and then screwing in. Luckily, I got shoes on, or else I would have been bad. Hold on a second, let me leave this. I'm gonna try holding it as much as I can with my bare hands. Oh man. And this is the troubles of doing construction. Nope, don't shift, my guy. That's just beautiful. Oh, this is why I tell people to wear goddamn glasses. This is hard, really hard. You know what? I'm bringing my ladder in. Probably smart to put a ladder close to you, hey? To do all this stupid work.